They said FBI, DEA, ICE, it's all that outside in Washington, D.C. I don't even gotta look over my shoulder no more. I'm walking around with this shit. I ain't had none of this shit. I'm walking blocks with this motherfucker. Listen, jump out on me if you want. I'm gonna scream. They're gonna be here in 33 seconds. As soon as you tell them about, get that shit up. Ah! They gonna help the shit out of me. Y'all niggas jump out of me I want. Good God almighty, boy. I got some motherfucking help. Some backup. For real, you help, you jump out. I'm gonna blow your ass. Look, they right here. Look, they outside. Oh, God almighty. I could just scream. They gonna help me.
Alright, Shalom. Starting it back over.
They said
Sound up. First and foremost, I want to give all praises. I want to know glory into Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, elders, great millstone. And I had this video, my first time actually ever watching it, but I knew what it was about when I listened. Not listened, but when I seen it pop up on my feed, I just immediately bookmarked it. That's what I do. And I'm, surfing through the internet sometimes on Twitter. I see stuff, and I not necessarily watch the full video then and there, but I know more than likely I'm gonna end up doing a topic, or not a topic, a video, or a video on it. So just paused it. I mean, not paused it. I bookmarked it. So I can go back to it later. But what I wanted to talk about was this clip right here. And it's been a thing that's been over the news, the past like 2 weeks. Maybe 3, maybe even a month. Nah, it has that now. I don't think it's been that old. It's been like a couple weeks. Where now Trump is putting, ICE and these troops and stuff, he's starting to put them in the big states to quote unquote help lower the crime and do stuff like that. But it's very clear, like the person that posted it, look, he said, I'm gonna read the caption. He put breaking it says Black Americans are uploading videos praising President Trump for DC claiming that they can walk around the streets and feel safe for the first time in their lives, and are urging Trump to clean up other cities. And he put a massive shift has happened and nobody noticed, and nobody noticing, right? And that is what is tongue twister. That is the case, right? Because obviously first thing Jake always thinks of is when it comes to stuff like this, when it starts to happen and when it starts to get implemented in the world. So I think Chicago is next. I know they want to do Chicago. I don't know if they've done California already. But the first thing that Jake realizes is always the carnal thing. And that's the one that they want you to gravitate towards. They put it out on display, and that's the first thing they want you to gravitate and bite and eat, take the bait. Which is, in this case, the first thing that they putting you out for you people to bite and for you to buy is safety. Now you can walk around the streets without getting mugged and worry about crime rate and doing all this stuff. So then in a month or two, or in a couple weeks, they're going to show you, he's going to get back on the thing, back on the TV. It's all just a fucking puppet show, man. He's going to get on the TV. He's going to say, oh, look at the crime rates. And the news is going to pull up these graphs and look at the crime rates being reduced, whatever, which they can easily make up numbers. Is part of it, actual data? Maybe. Is crime rates actually probably going down? Probably. But I'm going to say every single piece of data that they're showing is real and not fabricated. No, I'm not going to say that. Right. But they put that stuff on the TV. You people bite it. And then you people don't look at the bigger picture behind on what's really going on. And I think I'm going to title the video, the same people that's helping you is getting ready to destroy you. And it's not really even helping. I'm going to put helping in quotation marks. Because they're not even really helping you. Because Jake never ever doesn't look at the bigger picture. Only some people, really see, what's really going on behind closed doors. But the simple civilian American is gonna fall for it. Because now, let's say now that everybody is, they start to, he starts to put troops, you know, in this military and ICE and agents and all over the street in other countries. I mean, other states, which it's going to start happening. But then they're going to start showing the crime rate of every single state. It's going to be, oh, look, it's just decreasing. Everybody's going to encourage more and more. So you now, the stuff that they put in front of you, now you don't even realize now that you're wanting it and you're encouraging it. So now they're going to do it, right? So now you're giving them reason to do it. But now that sets the stage for something else. Now look, we already have these military checkpoints, military roadblocks. We already have this stuff set because we're saying it's for safety. But now when the next wave comes in, let's say now there's a terrorist attack on America. Now, which they show you in the movies that it's going to be the Americans that's going to attack themselves. They showed you in the movie Leave the World Behind. Was that the name of that movie? Leave the World Behind or something like that. Leave the World Behind or something like that. That new movie that came out, I think like 2 years ago or last year. Right. So now when the terrorist attack happens or whatever case happens, now they already have the military power to start inflicting curfews, the checkpoints, roadblocks. Now they're already in set. Now they don't have to do nothing. And the only thing they're doing now is they're just watching when it's time for them to get that phone call. When Jacob's trouble get ready to happen, now they already have the area, your hood, how many people estimated is there, guns, and all this stuff is a bigger plot. And people can't see that. It's very clear what's getting ready to take place. It's very obvious. But Jake is so simple, man. And that's why the scripture say a gift destroyeth the heart, man. And these people hate you. These people will give you a gift. You're going to take it. You're going to love them. You're going to praise them. And you're going to boom. The same people that's so-called helping you is going to destroy you, man. Same exact people. Because you putting your faith in Trump. And I can promise you that man hates you. He hates every fiber, atom, skin cell, hair follicle about you, man. He hates you down to your last drop of blood. I can guarantee it. But obviously he has to do the puppet show. He has to get put on the news. He has to get put on because that's what he is. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, all these elites, these government officials, they're all puppets, man. It's a game. And there's some people that have higher pieces than the others. Man, Trump is the one that has a very high level piece because he's the one that's on the news. He's the one that's on the TVs, putting all forth the media and the interviews and the lies and all. He's the puppet. He's the main guy. And then you have the other people that act like they're going against him. It's all a game, man. It's all a game, and you people are playing along with it. You see, and until something serious starts to happen with this military, when they're actually going to become a threat, because right now they're really not a so-called threat, but they are. It's a very super minuscule level threat right now, but they're going to become a big one. And until something big happens with them, then people are going to realize what you've been asking for is not something that you really wanted. Because what's going to be the tail end of this? This shift is happening, man. It's getting ready, man. Because now it's going to be knowing Esau. Now it's going to be some event. I've already seen the news where there was some shooting inside some Catholic school. They're going to keep having these events happen. So now it's more reason for them to get these military checkpoints and military places in all the other states. And then it's time for the next wave. Let's bring on the next one. Another pandemic. Plandemic. That's what they call it. Another plandemic. And it's getting ready, probably ready to start. It already started off with one. They said somebody in California caught the plague. guess what? The whole COVID-19 is gonna be all over again, but it's gonna be worse this time. The first one with that whole COVID-19 thing, that was just a trial test run. There's gonna be another one. That one might be a second test run, but it's gonna be more intense. More stuff is gonna shut down. More stuff is gonna happen. And then from there, then maybe if they do it, if that second one is just another test, and that third one, they're gonna start. It's a shift, man. It's a shift. There's no other way that I can really explain it. You see, but Jake is just so far gone and so lost in the sauce that you don't think about the only thing you think of the basic, the pros. What about the cons? What about understanding you're behind enemy lines, understanding where you live at, where you are, and maybe think about maybe that might not be a good idea, all because I want to walk down the street because I want to buy a jewelry that's $30,000, $50,000 jewelry pieces, knowing niggas is gonna try to take it. The only thing you can think of is now I can walk down the street with my jewelry on. Seriously, Jake? That's as far as your brain goes? That's it? I can walk down the street with my jewelry on, my pants hanging. I don't gotta worry about nothing. I don't gotta carry my gun no more. That's as far as Jake's mind goes. That's it. Yeah, Jake, you gonna find out the hard way, man. That's for sure. I want to get this. I think that might be an Apocrypha. Let's see. See, that or it's in Ecclesiastes, I believe. Destroyeth. No, right here, yeah. Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 7:7, it says, surely oppression. It says, maketh a wise man mad, a wise man. Jake isn't wise in this place. It says, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Right? And what is your heart? Your mind. Because that's what happens. When you people get so infatuated, somebody will give you something, and then your idea of that person, or what you believe about them, or whatever the case may be, all that goes out the window because they gave you something. And that's exactly what is going on right now. That Jake right there got that gift, that so-called gift, putting the military in the States, so now you can walk down the street with your jewelry on and not have to look over your shoulder because somebody's gonna try to steal it from you. They've completely destroyed you. Now you think Trump is probably the best man in the world. So now you can walk down the street without worrying about getting robbed. You see? And that's why it's so easy for the elites to do so much stuff, is because they'll pretty much tell you what they're getting ready to do and what they're doing and what they do behind closed doors, and you people wouldn't believe it. If the Rothschilds or the DuPont, any of them, Rockefellers, any of them was to come out on the TV and be like, this is what we do behind closed doors, they would give you a long list, and half of you people would be like, nah, it's just jokes, they just put that on the TV. People are stupid, man. You people are stupid. And I remember years back, the Apostle Bar, I haven't really heard him say in a while, but I know he used to say sheeple a lot. You people are sheeple. Sheeple, look it up. And it's 100% true. It's 100%. You cannot be in a place like this and just think when something that's something major. Something like that happens. And you be like, oh yeah, perfect. This is exactly what we need for America. Trump is gonna make America simple, man. And then I know the governor of Chicago was like, Trump, don't bring your people, don't bring your stuff in our city. That's just more puppet show. It's more puppet show. That's all that is. But best believe, don't get me wrong. Now there is sincere, because there's always whistleblowers. Because this is the Most High's movie, right? And there's always going to be whistleblowers, or there's going to be people that's in the know that's against it. So I'm not going to say every single government person that you see is, down for the cause and down what they got going on behind closed doors, because there's always going to be whistleblowers. There's always going to be people that's against Even though they're working for them, it's always going to be people that have a change of heart, that's going to be against it, that's trying to stop it or try to do something. And those are the people that end up silencing. And you see the movies all the time. The government officials and stuff like that, they're trying to end up going against it, against the people, and they end up getting rid of them because they know too much information. And they're going against them. They're not with them anymore. So best believe, so I'm not going to fully say that the governor of Chicago or the mayor or whatever he is, that he's completely, with it. But you got to understand that, Esau is cunning. He's tricky. He's serpent, man. Slithery. And that's why the scripture say we are not ignorant. Let's actually get that. What's that? It's that Corinthians 11:5. 1 Corinthians. Let's see. Ignorant of Satan's. It's. I know it's something 5 and 11. I think it's 5 and 11. I don't know. It's 2 and 11. I knew it was something in 11. I figured it was in Corinthians. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." Right, and that's something that they're trying to use, and they're going to use. Like I said, they're going to show all the crime rate. They're going to show all that stuff decrease, and then guess what's going to happen? Bam, next stage. Because this is what's going to end up happening. This is what you don't understand. Them same people, like I said, the same people that they're using to help you, quote unquote, it's going to be the same people that destroy you. It's the 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, right? And what was this? I think it was in the 70s, isn't it? Yeah. Right. So the 2nd Esdras 16, and we're going to start at 70. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." Right. It says, "They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord." It says, "For they shall waste." It says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." It says, "Then shall they be known who are my chosen." It says, "For they shall be tried as the gold in the fire." It says, "Hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same." It says, "Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for your power is your God." Right? So, but who is the way? Who is the they? I meant to say, who is the they that's going to waste, take away people's goods, and cast people out of their houses? Who's going to be the they that's going to be like madmen, sparing none? Who's going to be those people? Those same exact troops that you're seeing walk up the streets with their AKs and their M16s and their assault rifles walking down the street, so-called patrolling and making sure crime rates down. It's going to be those same people that's protecting you now. It's going to be the same ones that's kicking down your door at 3 o'clock in the morning. The only thing you got on is boxers. All your kids asleep, your woman asleep next to you, and they're going to be busting down your door and separating everybody. They ain't gonna wait for you to put clothes on. That's gonna be the real "come as you are." You fucking church people. The Lord said, "Come as you are." No, that's not in the Bible. It doesn't say "come as you are." No, you need to change. But that's gonna be the real "come as you are," because they gonna snatch you up. No matter what you got, if you butt naked, you gonna be grabbed up butt naked. Best believe. If the only thing you got on is socks, best believe you leaving the socks. It doesn't matter if it's winter. It doesn't matter if it's summer. Best believe. When you get snatched, whatever you got on is what you're leaving with, and that's even if you even leave the house, because the scripture says they should be like madmen. Because you already know some people, Jake, some Jake gonna buck up and they gonna put bullets right in you and on to the next house. That's getting ready to happen on earth, man. That is getting ready to take place. So the same people that you think is helping you is going to be the same people that destroy you. But you, Jake, don't see it. You don't see it until it happens. You're not going to understand until they're there at your doorstep. You're not going to understand until you have literally all your rights stripped. Even though you don't have no rights in this place, but all of them now are fully stripped. That's when you're going to understand that what you wanted was what you was asking for, and what you had pleasure in is not really what you wanted. That's when you're going to understand. And it's going to be too late at that time. Because the people that's been giving you the warning, giving you the message, giving you everything that you need to make it out here and to be protected, you put off. You didn't believe in them. You mocked in them. You scoffed at them. Which is who? The prophets that the Lord has sent and put his word in their mouths to teach and preach the word. Those are the people you had a problem with. So when the time to come, everything that we've been telling you about that's getting ready to come, don't come crying to us, because at that point it doesn't matter. And we not going to want to help you. We're going to laugh at you. Oh, go to them that sell and buy for yourselves. Go do that. You had your opportunity. But what did you want to do? You want to buy jewelry and walk down the street so you don't look over your shoulder. You wanted this. So that's all I want to say. There was more, but the point is made. Right? The point is made. So that's it. I give all praises.